years to come, the facility not only standing tall, but maintained and updated to state of the art at every given time. A big thank you is also in order to the Nigerian NLNG Limited. A big thank you for this remarkably commendable work that you're doing. Nigeria is indeed indebted to you as a company.
As we continue to think about what to do for this country to make it a better place, don't forget that NLNG consistently will continue to help to build a better Nigeria. And join us as we continue to do that. So thank you very much. I'm looking forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.
Continue this program by welcoming our Deputy Managing Director for his opening address. Please join me in welcoming Engineer Sadiq Mabonu for his welcome and opening remarks.
To accomplish the Hospital Support Programme, NLNG, being the financier of the project, will collaborate with management of the respective beneficiary hospitals to facilitate the execution of the project. NLNG will also provide supervisory function to ensure that the project is delivered on schedule.
The NLNG Hospital Support Programme is our long-term response to the need that we identified in the medical sector in 2020.
A very lovely morning to us all, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Good morning. Is it a good morning? Indeed it is, and we are glad that it is. We are here, we are alive, we are well, and we are celebrating this next step. Welcome. Please put your hands together for being here at all. Good morning. Good morning. Please let's rise for the Nigerian national anthem. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve with heart and might, one nation bound in freedom, peace and unity. and unity is what we pray for. Please say hello to someone sitting behind you before you sit. Yes, you may not have said hello to them. Beside you, a handshake. We are glad that we are here. And when you're done greeting, you might take your seat. Thank you so much. We are indeed glad. We can see each other. We can touch each other. This time last year, we were still very cautious about shaking hands. We were doing fist bumps, elbow bumps. Our faces were covered. We couldn't tell who was standing by our side. You were standing for photos and smiling, but we couldn't see the smile with the covered face. So we're grateful for progress, and we want to say welcome. Just by way of safety, this is the Lagos Osun room right here at the Hilton. We have 2 exits through which many of us came in, the one by my left, which is your right, and the one behind you, right in front of me at my extreme. Should we hear any sound, because there is no drill scheduled for today, it means it will not be a drill. We would remain calm and use the exits all the way out to my left, where we came from. Use the stairs, go down to the front of the hotel, to the muster point. Simple as that. Should you need the conveniences, guess what? It's exactly the same way we came in. Right behind where I'm standing right now, out there, we have the conveniences. Please check your phones right now. Just bring them out and check if they're silent. And sometimes if they're on vibrate, they are even louder than some other people's ringing tone. So you might want to really silence it so it doesn't disturb the proceedings. But make sure it's close enough to you that you can see it. Should you decide to step away anytime, take care of your personal belongings, because everything is here at owner's risk. Just so that we're clear, if you need to step out, please use the door behind so that we don't interfere with the photographs or the videos at any time. So far, so good? Yes. Hearing something. All right. Allow me to recognize some of the very distinguished people who are here seated right in front of me this morning. First off, it's my honor and privilege to recognize our Deputy Managing Director at the Nigeria LNG, Mr. Olalekan Ogunleye. Welcome, sir. We thank you for having us all gathered here today. Seated right next to him, please recognize Alhaji Mahmouda Maman, who is the Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Health, and he's also representing the Honorable Minister of Health, Dr. Osage Ehanire. Seated next to him, we have our very own General Manager, External Relations and Sustainable Development, Mr. Andy O'Day. Good morning, sir. Across from him is our General Manager, Finance. Please celebrate Mrs. Fatima Adenan, who is here with us. Other management staff of the Nigeria LNG are seated right in front of me as well. Please celebrate the presence of each and every one. Right before me, I also have the Chief Medical Director, University of Jos Teaching Hospital, Dr. Pokop Bobwada, who is here. Welcome, sir. And other members of his team from JUTH are here as well. We say welcome. The Chairman, Medical Advisory Committee, CMAC, at the University of Port Harcourt, Professor Onotai Loki Obukowo, is also here. And he also represents Professor Henry Uboma, who is the CMD of University of Port Harcourt Teaching Hospital. Welcome, sir. Seated also in front of me is Dr. Udonyang Clementiyang, who is the Chairman, Medical Advisory Committee at University of Uyo Teaching Hospital. Here in his own right, and representing Professor M. Mbasi, the CMD, University of Uyo Teaching Hospital. Other part of the delegation from Uniport and Uyo Teaching Hospital are also here, and we say welcome. We would be expecting some members of the board of the Nigeria LNG, and when they do arrive, we will recognize them and welcome them. I know I saw with my eyes the Director General, Delta State Contributory Health Commission, Dr. Ben Nkechika. He's sitting over there. Please welcome him. Members of the project steering committees here present, we say welcome. Distinguished members of the press who are here, welcome. And my name is Joyce Daniels. It's a privilege to be master or mistress of ceremonies. Anyone you choose is fine by me. Thank you for having me. Please celebrate. Clap, clap, clap. I'll collect. I'll collect. Thank you so much. This is a day we have looked forward to, helping to build a better Nigeria. This is the phase 2 of the NLNG Hospital Support Programme, and we sign 3 more Memoranda of Understanding today to welcome us officially and tell us more about what to expect. Allow me welcome my Oga at the top, our GM, External Relations and Sustainable Development, Mr. Andy O'Day. If you clap, I know we will all feel better.
Thank you very much, Joy. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's very heartwarming to welcome you all today. Although Joyce has established the protocol for today, I want to re-emphasize our gratitude to the Minister for Health for allowing us to hold this event today, and of course for allowing us to also have the honor of today of the Permanent Secretary, Federal Minister of Health, with us this morning. Lekon, we call him Lekon, Deputy Managing Director. He has nicknames for almost everyone in the company. I will not share with you what nickname we have for him. He doesn't even know. But thank you very much. He's a health freak. He exercises every morning and every evening. And there's something else I'll share with you. I wish I was doing the vote of thanks to say something about him and exercise. Fatih, Ajia Fatih, thank you very much for coming. For all the chief medical directors of teaching hospitals who are signing MOUs with today, thank you very much for coming. Our friends from the press and our colleagues, or my colleagues from Nigerian NLNG who have worked tirelessly to put this together. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to welcome you to the signing ceremony of the MOU for the execution of the second phase of NLNG's Hospital Support Programme. The HSP, as we call it, is one of the several programs of NLNG with the objective of improving the livelihood of Nigerians as we help to build a better Nigeria. In 2004, NLNG launched the Nigeria Prize for Literature, the Nigeria Prize for Science, and the Nigeria Prize for Literary Criticism. The reason why I'm mentioning it is because we have 4 pillars of our intervention in this country. One is health, education, economic empowerment, and infrastructure. The Nigeria Prize for Science is particularly the prize that focuses on what we do around science. Interestingly, it loops into what we're doing today, which is health. So there's a link between the two. However, the reason why we talk about the prize for science, prize for literature, and literary criticism today is that just this month, the advisory board for both prizes announced the entries, opening of entries, call for entries for 2023 for science and for literature. Details will be provided much later, but the link between that and what we're doing today is that everything we do helps to build a better Nigeria. And I'll tell you why the prize for literature, prize for science, and literary criticism we hold very dear to us. The prize for science and literature are worth $100,000 each. These prizes today are the most prestigious, and in terms of prize money, the biggest in terms of prize money globally. And credit goes to the leadership of NLNG for making this possible. So a round of applause, please. Now, the prize for literary criticism attracts winning of $10,000. Also geared towards encouraging critics to look at works that have been done over the years and do a review of them in order to improve the quality of work that comes out of the prize for literature in a sustainable manner. When COVID-19 pandemic broke out in 2020, it was unclear how our nation and people would cope with the impact of the virus. And this is because we looked at what was happening in Europe and America, and there was real fear that the world was not in a position to deal with it, talk less of Nigeria. NLNG's first concern was around the quality of infrastructure, health infrastructure we had in Nigeria at that time, especially how we manage intensive medical activities, how we give care in that space. As a result of that, we participated, we were fully involved in a scheme or an initiative that was led by the NNPC called the NNPC and Industry Partners COVID-19 Intervention Program. NLNG donated intensive care medical equipment to the following medical institutions across Nigeria. This led to how and why we pushed further to go into what we're doing today, or we did phase 1 and now phase 2. We donated equipment to the Federal Medical Center, Yola in Adamawa State, Federal Medical Center, Yenagua, Bayelsa State, Federal Medical Center, Yaba, Lagos, Stella Obasanjo Medical Center in Benin, Edo State, and of course the River State University Teaching Hospital in Port Harcourt. Although our motivation was to fight COVID-19, this equipment no doubt upgraded the quality of service delivery in the beneficiary institutions. The NLNG HSP was conceived following our interest to expand our contribution to development of our country's healthcare infrastructure. The objective of NLNG's CSR at the national level is to build healthcare delivery system in 12 federal teaching hospitals across the 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria. The 12 beneficiary hospitals are selected based on the following. 1, need to ensure spread across the 6 geopolitical zones, minimum of 1 hospital from each zone. 2, special status for the South-South zone, as of course, that is our catchment area. Our plant is located in the south-south part of Nigeria. Special consideration for Abuja as the federal capital territory, 1 hospital in Gwagwalada. Consideration for hospitals in states with higher population per zone. And, of course, we were very careful that hospitals located in states with universities that benefited from NLNG University Support Programme, which we launched, I think, in 2004, 2012. The University Support Programme was an earlier, as earlier mentioned, was an intervention by NLNG, but carefully, we made sure that whatever we do in every part of Nigeria has an even spread to ensure that more Nigerians benefit from the intervention. Today, we are going to phase 2 of the Hospital Support Programme with the universities of Jos Teaching Hospital, Port Harcourt Teaching Hospital, and Uyo Teaching Hospital as beneficiaries. And I'm happy we have chief medical directors of those hospitals here today. The remaining 3 health institutions, Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, the University Teaching Hospital, Bauchi, Federal Medical Center, Asaba, and Nnamdi Azikiwe University Teaching Hospital, Nnewi, will follow once the scope or scoping activities to ensure that we deliver to those universities are completed. To accomplish this initiative, NLNG, being the financier of the projects, will collaborate with management of the respective beneficiary hospitals to facilitate the execution of the project. Our role is to facilitate. We will not build. The institutions have the responsibility of doing it themselves. The partnership model entails signing of a Memorandum of Understanding between NLNG and each teaching hospital to set out the framework for delivery of the project. We are optimistic that today's program will mark a new beginning in the transformative journey of these health institutions, in line with NLNG's vision of being a globally competitive company helping to build a better Nigeria. Once again, I say thank you very much. Very good morning to everyone. I'm looking forward to an exciting time in signing the MOUs. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Andy O'Day. Thank you. He has given us quite an overview of how we got started and how we've gotten here. So if you were in any doubts, now we are clear.